Hemp is illegal because under the dictates of the current political model, the entire human experience has been reduced to commerce, and our Mother Earth has been reduced to a resource to be used for corporate profit in order to support an economic model that does not service the needs of either humankind nor the earth we live upon in any way, shape or form. I believe that an end to the prohibition of hemp can be achieved. But the truth is that it can only and will only ever be achieved through action undertaken by the people themselves. It can only be achieved through action by the people simply because most governments are simply too scared to be the first to address the issue. Therefore, it must be done by the people, regardless of legislation enacted by public trustees. Because when such legislation does not serve the best interests of the people, then it must, as a matter of course, be contested by the people. This is called democracy. Many governments may wish to change this state of affairs, such as the governments here in Slovenia, but even these governments need the support of the people. But what action can be taken against a government who fails to address this issue? Perhaps the action that is needed may be as simple and direct as a people's mandate. Why mess around anymore? Why play by the rules that they give us to play with? We need to re-establish where we all stand in the social hierarchy. Governments serve the people. That's why we created them. What would happen if the people of the world simply mandated that change be immediately implemented? Remember, a government is simply a collection of public servants whose job it is to act as the administrative arm of the people. A democratically elected government is a group of public trustees. It is nothing more. And a democratically elected government has no other choice other than to comply with a people's mandate. Because were a government to do otherwise, then its action is nothing more than the open declaration of a dictatorship. Do we live in a dictatorship? We the people hereby mandate that you, our public trustees, implement the following changes because to do so is in the best interest of mankind and the earth we live upon. You have 30 days to comply. Should you fail to comply, you have abdicated your right to govern and you will be required to step down to then be replaced by a new group of elected trustees who will act upon the will of the people. This is our will. It may be as simple as that. A people's mandate circumvents government bullying. It circumvents legislation, which is simply the act of public trustees seeking to replace natural law with their will. It does not leave the matter open for negotiation, and it places the matter squarely on the table. And we the people must do this because the need to do this has become just that, a matter of need. It is no longer a matter we can debate or leave to the whim of what is essentially a corporate-controlled system. Because the world is in bad shape, and if we fail to act on the matter, we are, through our own negligence, risking life itself. The action provided to us by simply viewing hemp for what it is, I believe, provides mankind with one of the greatest opportunities for effective change we have ever been presented with. And the benefits of this plant, that this plant holds for mankind, is quite literally providing this opportunity to us on a silver platter, should we choose to act. I sincerely believe it is high time for the conscientious people of this world to take the matter in hand, stand in the power of our community, and peacefully, politely, and non-violently simply do what needs to be done. As I previously said, I do not desire to overthrow any governments. I do not even desire the arrest of criminals within various governments who had ensured that hemp has remained an outlawed plant. All I desire is accountability and a return to some sanity regarding the issue of hemp and the political agenda served by its currently illegal status. I'm also reminded of another quote here, folks, uttered by Hillary Clinton at a news conference she held in Mexico recently, in which she said, "The US will never decriminalise drugs. There's just too much money involved." People sometimes let the cat out of the bag, don't they? And look, I'd like to end for you now with, and I'll take some questions after this if there's any questions online. I didn't really prepare a long speech because I thought we would have a few more people here, but I'm very, very grateful for the crowd that has come. I'd like to finish with this quote now by Howard Zinn. Civil disobedience is not our problem. Our problem is civil obedience. Our problem is that people all over the world have obeyed the dictates of leaders and millions have been killed because of this obedience. Our problem is that people are obedient all over the world in the face of poverty and starvation and stupidity and war and cruelty. Our problem is that people are obedient while the jails are full of petty thieves and the grand thieves are running the country. That is our problem. Thank you for listening.